So, hello everyone, I'm Dav Bell, and I'm with
Earth.
R6.
Hello, my
R6.
name is Earth and I'm here with Zav Bell, and
Uh, yeah,
today we're going to be talking about the SMR
uh,
program and
uh,
where we
Analytical,
started and where
yeah,
we're at as of now.
yeah. So, yeah, it was a part of LPS. That's a small company, we can say a company, that developed a small model rocket for now. And so, yeah, it started with a weather model rocket to test parachutes, and it didn't really work. But that was this summer, I think. Yeah, this summer. And so yeah, in September. No, wait. When? Oh yeah, in September, December it starts again with R6. So yeah, can talk about that.
All right, so on to SMR1, which was after the model rocket that Zav Bell was making back in the summer, like you said. So SMR1, it was a two-part 3D printed model rocket that was about the size of my hand, so it was a pretty small rocket, and it consisted of a nose cone, a body tube, and an engine mount, and some legs, which Q-tips were used as the legs, so we call them. The nickname of SMR1 was a Q-tip rocket.
So yeah, and SMR was is for a Starship model rocket because the goal of
Two,
SMR program is to
one, ignition.
produce all what did the SN8 or SN9 during its flight paths. So, but at model rocket
Uh-oh.
scale. So yeah,
So yes, so SMR1, the development of SMR1 took about, what do you say, a couple weeks, maybe a week or two.
1 month, one
1 month.
month
Okay, so 1 month. It took about one
to
month before its flight.
from. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me yes.
Yeah, basically. I mean, we started sometime December. I think December 15th, around then.
Yes, yes,
So it's been a little while, and then SMR one took flight on, I believe it was the 26th. So it took flight on the 26th,
yes,
and
yes.
it was partially successful, or actually mostly successful. Um,
Mostly successful. Yeah, of course.
yeah, it took off. It ignited, and it lifted off of the pad. At burnout, it spun out. So about half a second into flight, it spun out. And then after, I believe it was about a second or two, it hit the ground, 15 meters a second or so. And then after it hit the ground, parachute deployed. So it was a little late.
Yeah, that was due to the engine delay between ignition, the stop of the burn and ignition charge.
Yeah.
So that will be definitely what will not reproduce on Summer 2. And also with static fire of Summer 1, we fixed a lot of things concerning pressure in the rocket.
Yeah, yeah. So with SMR1 static fire, I forgot to mention this before the flight, but with SMR1 static fire, it actually blew out the engine mount because it had no room to uh, get the ejection charge, like the parachute charge. There was no room because there was recovery wadding, and then there was no air, like there were no holes in the rocket itself. So the pressure issues, it overpressure, and then it blew out the engine mount.
Yeah. But there was no red, and the rocket itself didn't burn.
And we may in the future, there's a chance I will refly this just to test
Yes,
reflights.
yes, definitely. So yeah, demo one was between SMR1 final golding and SMR1 test campaign. So I don't know if you want to talk about that, but I can go ahead if you want.
All right, you can start talking about that, and I can
Okay.
chime in.
So yeah, demo one was a rocket that was built in a shop, a test rocket.
Yep.
So yeah, it was an antenna model.
It was
Uh, antenna.
Athena, I believe the name. Okay, Athena is the name of it. I don't remember. Estes. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but
Um,
that's who built it. That's who built it. It was a pre-built, and we just tested basically. It was That's why it was called a demo. So demo
Yeah.
one, it took flight. There were no static fire attempts, nothing like that. It just went to fly because we know those things they fail very little because it wasn't built by us. So the demo one took flight. It ignited. It lifted off. Parachute deployed successfully, and then it glided all the way into a lake. So
Yeah,
that wasn't
exactly.
great because the winds were high that day, 11-mile-an-hour winds north. And then after recovery, the engine mount and the engine itself were expanded over expanded, and then I had to rip out the actual engine mount and engine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, that was it for Demo 1 SMR, and now we are looking forward SMR 2,
Yep.
and that will be the hard part.
This one's gonna be difficult now. SMR
Because yeah,
two, we have thrust vector control. We have we're
flight
probably gonna have
controller.
flight controller, and I think we may. I don't know for sure, but this might just be canceled in the future. But we may have like a programmed ejection of the parachute
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you can't rely on the engine sometimes, especially if you're gonna try and belly flop it.
exactly. So yeah, we'll try also to do the descent phase of Starship, but we will land with the parachute as
Yeah.
well. But everything, the descent, the propulsive descent landing will be on SMR 2, definitely. So
All
yeah,
right.
we are. That will complete our SMR program, and after we will look forward to a bigger model rocket. We can't say what it will be, but it will use SMR vehicle. Yeah. So if you do want more info, I invite you to join our Discord. It will be linked in the description. If you want to support us, because the software and all the things that we use, like computer and material, will be really more expensive.
Yeah.
So we have a Patreon. So yeah,
So yeah, if you guys want to support us, this is going to be a great. If you guys can support us, of course, that would be very helpful in the long run for this program. If we want to keep this program alive, because you can't just fund it by one person. Especially if you're
exactly.
moving on to bigger and better projects, like
Yes.
the project that I'm not going to name for the future. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about SMR3, and that is going to just test the whole Starship flight except on a model scale. It's not going to go to
Yes.
12.5 kilometers, of course.
Yeah, of course. It will go to 50, 15 kilometers.
Yeah, it might go high, but not that high.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, SMR 3 will be a major. I hope it will be a major success and a major milestone. And yeah, that's will be no one did that before. And
Yeah,
if we can get it right,
this is going to be a very difficult challenge, but it'll be so worth it if this happens, which we're going to try our best to make this happen.
yeah, but we are doing this step by step.
Yep.
And right now we are working on the TVC. Like we launched SMR1, we already start working on TVC. So yeah,
Yeah,
we are
so
progressing fast.
we kind of rushed it. We were saying we were gonna take a week break. That didn't happen. And I don't know if you can hear it, but the 3D printer is going off in the background. And that is for the thrust vector or the engine mount for the thrust vector control.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for Zabel for coming over and talking about this with me. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.